Okay, this is the video that I was talking about making. So there are similarity difference between the two. As you can see, we're looking at two 11 inches. 11, 11. This one looks like it could be slightly bigger, but don't be deceived by that. You see, this one has a much higher base and a much bigger bottom than this one does. This is a little bit lower, and it has a skinnier bottom. That's the first significant difference. And the heads do look very similar as far as the design goes. You got that, and you got that ring right there. Of course, you got Honeywell, and you have Amazon Basic. However, the motor in Honeywell is a little bit smaller, but it is a PSC motor. And then you got the motor right there, which you can clearly see. You can see the motor right between the blades because they're skinnier. They're not as thick and big as the Honeywells. And the blades on the Amazon looks more like the Vornado. They're very steep and deep pitch, like Vornado, as opposed to the blades on Honeywell's their own original design, which again, we're talking about CADs and not actually Honeywell anymore. That's just the brand on the CAD's fan and on Amazon's fan. So we have significant differences. For the most part, in the back, it's a little bit smaller in the back. This one sticks out a little bit more like Vornado. I'll take the camera off to show y'all. Let me turn that TV down. I'm sorry. I do apologize for that. 1 second. I'll be right back. 1 second. I do apologize. Okay. Once again, I do apologize for the loud television. Now, if you look at the back, you can see how this one right here has a smaller back, as opposed to this one has the same type of back that Vornado has, or like maybe the smaller Vornados, not Vornado, but Honeywells do. Okay. And of course, on the back, you have the switch right here. And of course, on the back, you have the switch right there. So pretty much that's the same. And then, I don't know if you can see it, but you can see the motor right there. Smaller PSC motor. And then, of course, you can't help but see the motor on this. Okay, I'm sorry about that. I had to turn that TV down. That TV was really loud. I do apologize. Okay, so let's talk about the similarities of the fan. Like I was saying, as you can see, on the back of the fan, the motor housings are a little bit different. Okay, you got this one, it's a little bit smaller, and this one sticks out way more, sort of like how Vornado does on their fans, as opposed to this one, it's just being their own original design for CAS and Honeywell. You can see the smaller PSC motor right there. Yes, that is indeed a PSC motor. I don't know what it says on that sticker. But yeah, that is the PSC motor for that one. And of course, you can see the PSC motor on this one. That's a much bigger PSC motor. And then the blade size on this one is about maybe 9 or 10 or even 8. So they definitely cheated you out of the blade side on this one. But they did give you the 11-inch guard, as opposed to this one over here is slightly bigger. It's probably a 12-inch or possibly 11 and a half, so that we could fit the even 11-inch blade. Very steep, very deep pitch. And of course on this one, it's deep pitch, but it's just not as good as that one. You can see the blade difference. That's way smaller. That is way bigger. But they're both 11-inch fans. Now, when I say 11-inch fans, this one is really an 11-inch fan with 11.5 inch, 11 and a half, so it can have enough room for the fan itself. 11 and a half as far as the head and then the blade. As opposed to this one, you got just an 11-inch head, but the blade set itself is no more than probably 8.5, 9 inches. So that's why it looks a little bit odd. It looks a little bit weird, and then that one looks a lot. The blade on that one looks a lot bigger because it is. It's a full-size 11-inch, and that's only an 8 or possibly a 9-inch blade and an 11-inch housing. So that's the significant difference about that. Plus, this one does sit up a little bit higher because of the stand, and you got this big base right here, and then you have a little bit of a smaller stand, and you have that real typical skinny base right there. And then you have the smaller shaded pole motor, and I'm sorry, not shaded pole motor, but the smaller PSC motor. And then you have, of course, your knob right there. The same place like on this one, your knob. The knobs are slightly different. That one is like this. Got one of those. And, well, this one does too. But, like I said, it's a little bit design different. The motor housing on this one is different as opposed to the motor housing on that one is different. So there are some similarities about that. I've already went over the blade sides. This one throws more air because of the deep pitch blade, and the blade is larger, significantly larger than it is on that one. As you can see, they both look a little bit different there. And that's pretty much all to it as far as the similarities are concerned. Okay, so that's pretty much it. You know they both got PSC motors. One has a 8.5 inch or 9 inch blade. The other one actually has the full size 11 inch blade with a larger motor, a larger PSC motor to drive that one as opposed to that one. But the good news is they both have PSC motors, and I'm happy about that. They don't come with no crappy shaded pole motors. So I am very satisfied with the Honeywell. It runs very well. It's just this one throws a little bit more air because of the power of the fan blade and motor. And this one is a tad bit smaller. They do cheat you out of that. It looks almost like the same type of size you would get in the smaller 8 inch. They just threw it inside this real big guard here, which is about 11 inches. And that one's probably about 11.5 or possibly 12 as far as the head is concerned. But the blade is actually 11 inches. But anyways, here I go getting all technical. So let's go ahead and get to it. I told you I'll go over the similarities, and that's pretty much it for the similarities. Now let's go ahead and get to what y'all been waiting for the longest, and that's to run both of these fans together. And then that's going to end the video. And here we go. Now, these fans are relatively easy to clean. The Amazon Basic only has 3 screws in the back to pull off the front head, and this one right here, the Honeywell, has 5 screws, 5 standard screws. They're a little bit deep pitch, so you have to have the right kind of screwdriver to get to them. But it is easy to pull apart since you can take the head off and clean the fan blade. Now, on the Honeywell, I don't think that fan comes with that stupid little clamp, that little clip ring type deal that holds the blade on where you have to break it off. I don't think it comes with that. I haven't pulled it off yet. But I'm hoping that they've done away with that. And I know this one only has a nut wash on it. So the blades should be able to come off. So keep in mind, if you was to get one of these, they have 5 screws in the back to pull off the guard for cleaning. And this one over here, the Amazon Basic, only 3. But on all 3 models, including the one that Jordan got from Home Depot, and then these 2 right here, this one, the Amazon Basic, and the one that Jordan got actually does have sort of the same type of 11-inch blade, as opposed to Honeywell is slightly different from the other 2. They have their own blade set, which is significantly smaller, about 9, 10 inch, and then the head is basically large, around the same size as that almost. Other than that, it does come with a PSC motor, and I'm happy about that. Spin down on both of them. Looks like the Amazon Basic stops early, and then this one just kind of stops, whereas the Amazon Basic kind of slows down a little bit slower. Interestingly enough, both of them kind of stop sort of like Vornado. It's interesting how all of these companies today likes to try to copy. Y'all forgive me, I'm tired. I told you before, when I film at night, I get real tired. So if I mess up like that, please don't get in the comment box being rude. I'm doing the best I can for y'all. But it's interesting enough how all these companies tries to copy Vornado. They've always tried to copy Vornado. Amazon's trying to copy Vornado. Kaz is trying to copy Vornado. And whatever that company, off-the-wall brand name or Chinese brand name or whatever non-brand name fan that Jordan got, is trying to copy Vornado. It's amazing how so many companies tries to copy Vornado. All right, I need to stop because I'm messing up way too much, and I hate to stutter. I really do. I just hate to stutter. I really don't like to do that. I wish I didn't have to do that on video. I do apologize, but I will ask kindly that you don't get in the comment box being rude about that. I am trying to do the best I can, guys. It is late at night. This is the only time I have a chance to film for you guys. So please just try to look past that and don't be rude. Just enjoy the video. Thanks for watching. More videos to come soon. Hope you enjoyed this significant similarities and demonstration video. God bless you and God.